disfavored really, really like us also. The Unbroken do not. Bronze Brotherhood is not too fond of us either. Let's see. Vendrian Guard, they despise us. We haven't quite gotten... We didn't quite get our wrath enough to get that top ability though. The Stone Stalker tribe I have basically no relation to. Leftians Crossing, they do not like us. Barrick is really, really loyal. Verse is no longer a member of our party, so she doesn't matter. Ebb is pretty loyal, but has a little bit of fear. Kills in Shadows we don't care about because she's not someone I'm in party with. We have a lot of favor with Tunon, which is nice because we work for him. Graven Ash loves us, even if he's a little miffed off by some of the stuff we've done before. The Voices of Narod and the Scarlet Chorus hate us, and we don't care. Blade and Mark. He's somewhat impressed by us, but we have a little bit of wrath because he doesn't like some of the stuff that we've ended up doing in the past. Huh. Trapper's Junction. Kill the scavengers. Let's see. Blade Grave, Oldwalls. And there's another area. Cleaning out the junkyard and breaking the enemy. Let's see. Cleaning out the junkyard. Junkyard north of the canyons. Flush them out and kill them. I'm not even gonna bother with those two. Actually, maybe I will, because it will help me with leveling up a couple of my party, and that's quite handy.
Heads up, we have company.
And now we're going to hit them with a Grave Strike and start going after their members as per usual.
Terrible at this. How am I not dead yet?
Now, Arcane Missile. And Phantom Bolt.
As you wish.
Excellent. These idiots are dying quickly. Tiberius. Thrust. There, I could break that wall. Lantry can strike with a quill.
I will aid you.
And if you can, do another of those. Why not? And that's all the scavengers dealt with. Return to Theodore. I will do that. And where is Theodore? Down there, somewhere. And someone named Anwin's over there. I wonder. Is he someone that's important to talk to? Hey there. My scouts tell me Rust Canyon is dead quiet. We're finding scavenger corpses, but no signs of enemy activity. As he turns away, he gestures one of his soldiers and says, "Pay the man his dues." We're not going to refuse the reward for a couple of reasons. One, while Tiberius isn't exactly going to take bribes, we're not exactly rolling in coins right now. We're not exactly rolling in cash right now, so a little bit of money always helps. My thanks. You gained 70 rings. Spend it wisely, Fatebinder. You've earned it. Why, thank you. And that's Barrack having leveled up. And we will give him some more points into might, as that's what he does a lot. Swing his very big sword at people and try and tear them to shreds. We're going to now put a point into Sentinel and give him the ability to taunt people, basically. And I'm gonna head over here and see if a conversation with this other guy will give us anything of importance. Anwin. Okay. So he's a merchant. Or she's a merchant, rather. I'll see what you got. We have a number of copper rings, some bronze, but very little in the way of iron rings. I don't think there's anything that we want from her. Poison's not really something we make use of. I think I'm going to sell it. I'm going to do a little bit of selling here. Let's see. Barrack, what have you got on you? Broken armor. Bendrin Guard, heavy armor. And Barrack's the only member of our party that wears this sort of armor, but his armor is fused to him and thereby permanently equipped. So we really can't do anything with that. He has it forever, basically. See here. Going to sell the raw meat as well. And this light leather helm. And this hide. A couple of scrolls we'll keep. That'll do us. Let's check Tiberius one last time. Yeah. go. We have 19 bronze rings now. Ceremonial Fatebinder armor. What we have on right now. Nope, she doesn't appear to have anything I'm interested in, unfortunately. But we sold her useless crap. And that's always a plus. Selling off our useless crap. Breaking the enemy, go to Trapper's Junction. And search for Matthias. Trial of Archons will just advance as we go along with things. And the Oldwalls is the other thing. So we're now to move on to the next area, I think, because we've done basically everything there is to do here. In fact, we have. This area has nothing more for us to do. I'm going to save the game. And Bladegrave Oldwalls. And Trapper's Junction are where we need to go. Where am I? Oldwalls Breach. Trapper's Junction is over there, and that's where we think that our enemy's boss is at. But actually, I'm going to go back to that vendor. I know I said they didn't have anything, but I want to see if I can't buy a couple of potions, as well as a handful of camping supplies. We only have 2 after all, and camping supplies are definitely getting some use in my playthrough. That's for sure. Let's see what you got. Camping supplies. Four of them, I'd say. No, potion. This is what I'd like. You have lesser healing potions. 4 of them. There we go. We'll just top up our healing potion supply for now. And we are heading out now. For sure. No faking this time, we are actually heading out. We will be going to Trapper's Junction to deal with the Unbroken's leader, I think. It's about a day and 3 hours trip. Which means we arrive at midday. Handy that, rather than being there midnight or something. And we have arrived. So, it's time to start the hunt. We spot a soldier lying in a slump, with the mud and blood caked on, through the mud and blood caked on his tattered garb, you can make out the colors and insignia of the Unbroken. He fights through pain and with each of his ragged breaths. As you approach, he shifts his head slightly towards you, but does not appear to have the strength to look up. The only ones traveling this way could be those who brought down Duskwatch. That's you, then I'll die with a curse on my lips. This is it then. Just kill me quickly. I'm in no state to continue on like this. His forced smile sends a trickle of blood out of the side of his mouth. What happened here? A battle from the looks of it. He turns into the wind and sniffs. Not a terribly impressive one, but a bloody one. He raises his head and takes a look at you while wincing. The Scarlet Chorus. They've been driving us across this wasteland, pressing their attack at every turn. Looks like they finally got us cornered in this pass. I was part of the first line of defense. My comrades got wiped out, the Chorus went on through. Thought myself lucky they didn't check for survivors. After a few hours, I started to change my mind. His wry smile quickly turns into a wince of pain. Okay. Tiberius is not going to offer to dress his wounds because, while that would probably make this guy stick around longer, or so we could ask him more questions, he's with the enemy, and we're not going to waste our precious medical supplies on rescuing an enemy. I have pressing questions. I don't have much time to regale you with the tales of stalwart history, I'm afraid. I'd rather spend these last moments remembering the true color of the sky. He focuses up at the dirty wall of storm clouds overhead. Okay, he's going to be a dick. Where is Matthias? Matthias, if he lives, he's with the rest of my countrymen. He makes a feeble gesture somewhere off in the distance. Well, if you're that badly off, then at least we can. If he's this badly off, the least we can do, thinks Tiberius, is put him out of his misery. Let me hasten your journey to the void. Is this strictly necessary? I could mix up a sedative and... Oh, you're going to kill him. Forget I said anything. Good boy, Lantry. And deliver a swift blow to his head, and the last of his energy leaves him as he crumples to the ground. Our enemy has been dealt with.
Right.
And our objective is quite simple. Kill everyone here. Kill all of them. That's what we're here to do. Ebb needs to level up. So we'll give her a point in wits to raise her spell strength. Now, let's see. Call of Reckoning. Runic Barrier. Runic Barrier is only handy if Ebb is using magic. Ebb is wearing armor, rather. Moonlit Way, bonus to Gravelight at night. Let's see. We have to have 6 points spent in this tree to get Cascading Embrace. I'll give myself a bonus to shock and frost damage since we use a lot of shock spells. That'll be handy.
Right.
Hi there. An unbroken warrior stands sentry with thick lines of exhaustion under her eyes, streaks of sand and rust over her warm armor and weathered skin. Who treads upon unbroken lands? The guard's voice trembles with fatigue. Everyone who comes to Trapper's Junction these days is involved in the war somehow. Hate your intentions. I'm not above killing you to be safe. The soldier glares at you with intensity and purpose. Well, we know what our objective here is. Kill everybody. So we will attack. You Imperial lackeys are too reckless for your own good. Someone's got to show you what happens when you fuck with the daughter of Stalwart. Been there, done that, it was easy. The weary guard squares her stance and readies for combat.
This.
So we'll go with our typical strategy, since it seems to be working out pretty well so far. Oh great, that's 2 more of them. It's a good thing I saved, because I have a feeling...
As you wish.
Wait, I did that. Nice.
Okay, a lot of you pull back.
See that?
Oh dear, we pulled back in the wrong direction.
Take a closer look.
That's dumb.
Yes.
Not a problem.
So, get someone with arcane missile. Barrack. Wall. Let's see. Lantry, you drink a potion. And then help out Tiberius. We can't level up mid-combat. I honestly didn't expect to be able to. But I wanted to give it a shot anyways.
I'll take it.
You do that. Same with you, Tiberius. Barrack, striking iron. Now, Ebb. There's some potions. Have one. And a bit of grave strike too. Taratus's Call also. And one of them. There we go.
Consider it done.
Slice. keep on attacking.
I've got you now.
Deal with our idiot friend over here, please.
No.
And now, one of those attacks.
I got it.
That's another enemy down. Deal with them. And we can gang up on the last one, as these guys don't appear to be as tough as your average goons. So I will take advantage of that and fight and kill them very fast. Or very fast for me, anyways.
As you wish.
Now, he can have a little bit of this game's version of an elevator trip, I think. Grave Strike. Grave Strike. And we made that strike especially grave, thankfully.
Yes.
Nice. There's more enemies down that way. It looks like 3 of them. I want to have a look around the area though and see if there's anyone in other places.
Sorry, I can't.
It needs to be put out of their misery. And the answer appears to be yes. There's a few that way and a few over here. We'll have a little look around and decide which way to attack first. But we're going to be attacking in one direction or other, as we are here for the objective of kill everyone. And I accidentally triggered a trap. Tiberius, we need to talk about this habit of yours for triggering traps. I'll give you another point towards vitality for some bonus health. Now your abilities. Agility, let me see here. Dual Wield Mastery 2 would be nice. But I'm going with 100 Fists. It gives us something in replacement of Flurry of Blows. That's essentially just better.
Yes.
And now I'm just going to continue my looking around a little before we decide which way to go. Turn around, and GTFO. They decided to send one person after us, eh? Maybe 2.
Send them out.
We can deal with that. 100 Fists, go now. Eric, striking iron. Lantry, quill flurry, and Ebb, phantom bolt. Phantom bolt, and now grave strike. Give Tiberius that.
Will do.
Ebb,
Nope.
can you move off a little bit?
Sorry.
Give them an electric jolt. Entry. One of them, please.
If I had an iron ring for every dumbass mistake of mine.
Okay, Lantry. Would erase the record on yourself. I would have him back off, but I don't think that's going to work. But we'll try it anyways. Barrack. There, and Lantry, back the F off.
Raven Ash protects.
Now, Ebb. Light of the Grave, I think.
Good work.
So now, Taratus is called. And thrust. Scratch that. 100 fists is dead. A quill flurry. Grave strike.
Oh, if I had an iron
At
ring
once.
for every dumbass mistake of mine.
Okay, I said to
I'll
attack.
do it for the north.
Okay, Tiberius is in the way, apparently.
Will do.
So, Tiberius, and now go after that moron. And if you can go after that one, we'll have Ebb back off a bit.
Will do.
What are you doing attacking over there? Your target is right there. And you were much safer in your previous location.
I got it.
Not a problem.
Now go for some more, Ebb. And we're doing pretty good, despite the fact that when we went for that in the first place, we were massively outnumbered.
Smash to pieces.
We still managed to win that, even with being stupidly outnumbered. That was fun. Of course, being outnumbered was not fun. Winning while outnumbered, on the other hand, that was rather enjoyable. Now turn around, guys. I'm going to try something. I want to see about luring
Yes.
only one of the two groups that are down here into this. Okay, so we're facing 4 people. It looks like Or maybe not. Try and run a little bit over here. I think this is a good place to engage at. Go 100 fists. And everyone can launch their attacks as per usual. Ebb, hit him with Phantom Bolt.
I got it.
And Electric Jolt.
Oh, I'm enjoying this a bit too much.
Oh yeah, and that. We can slice, I think. And Barrack, break that wall. Break that fricking wall. Get him. Taratus' call. He's been on solid ground for far too long, I think.
I will aid you.
Go, Barrack. Tiberius. Let's go slice.
Nobody saw
On
that,
your
right?
knees, worm.
That's
Now a missile attack, as I like to call them.
I'm enjoying this a bit too much.
And
Are you afraid of death, worm?
get them. Well, the rest of our group got them first, it seems. And apparently Matthias is down here. Is what that is telling
More
me.
bodies to pile
Arentius and Matthias.
in our wake.
But we're going to lure him back a little. So there's little to no chance that he will actually end up getting help from that guy who I assume is his second in command. Just try to be a little bit tactical here, and I will lure them
Harsh words cause more harm
away.
than this useless weapon.
Time to change weapons.
And now we'll get him again. Break that wall. Break that wall. Of course, this time you're breaking a wall that happens to belong to the leader of the Unbroken.
Oh, I had an iron ring for every dumbass mistake of mine.
I'll go for it. Tiberius is taking some good hits. Drink a potion. Now launch one of those attacks. One of them. 100 fists.
Not a problem.
Time to change weapons.
Pay attention, kids.
Barrack,
I've learned
go.
something.
God damn it. He's going to get hurt. And I doubt we'll be able to stop ourselves from losing Tiberius.
Await my signal.
Now water around the head. And Tiberius thrusting attack. You give Tiberius Titan's touch, as he seems to enjoy putting himself in bad positions like that. So we have to help him get out of said bad positions,
This weapon is useless.
since he likes to put himself in them.
This is useless.
Grave Strike. And, you know, I've just noticed something. For whatever reason, Lantry seems to level up a lot faster than any other member of my party. I wonder why that is. Ebb. Go Phantom Bolt on his ass.
Take me if you.
How about some of that?
This is useless. I should try something else.
Now, Tiberius. Cleave. Barrack. Striking Iron on. Lantry giving you an order. We'll have to wait a few moments. And in fact, you can buff everyone's weapons. And Ebb can put water around his head. And hit him with an arcane missile. And we can do a quill strike. Tiberius, a slice attack. I do believe. Lantry, try and heal Tiberius. If we can avoid him going down, that'd be real nice.
You ready?
Now, another magic attack. Tiberius, 100 fists.
This is useless.
This finishes
Try
him
something
all.
else.
And indeed it did. Addendum added to breaking the enemy. Matthias has been killed. We have to wipe out the rest of the people remaining, but the leader of the Unbroken is dead and gone. That will make them quite a negligible threat in future, I think. We have this guy down here, Irentus, who is very, very hostile to us. Huh. We're going to fight him here, like this. I should have leveled up our friend, but I totally forgot. In any case, it's business as usual when it comes to fighting. Even if it is a particularly high level opponent, still business as usual. And we're going to approach it in that vein.
I got it.
So, lightning his face is our current order of business.
I'm getting too old for.
And in fact, Titan's touch is needed.
As you command.
Now, one of those. Come on.
I'm enjoying this.
Come on. Seriously? That was the second in command of the Unbroken? He was pathetic. Arrentius's notes. Relentless conscription efforts of the Scarlet Chorus gang as they chase the Unbroken. Many references to Dauntless, a relic sword of the Unbroken, and many ill-fated attempts to find the blade. There are some crude drawings that resemble a map of the Blade Grave, with the sword drawn on the eastern section of the Oldwalls. Infested Oldwalls is now unlocked. So, we could take the time to kill every other enemy that we have on this map right now, in this particular area, but I don't think I'm going to. I'll grab that ability that lets Lantry essentially resurrect the dead.
Will do.
He's making for a damn good healer. Yeah. There's a number of enemies on this map that I could take the time out to chase down and kill. But I'm actually not going to bother because it doesn't strike me as all that important. We've dealt with their leader and cut the head off the snake, as it were. So, we will head to the Oldwalls breach and continue on with the main story, I think. Rather than wait around and kill off random enemies. I mean, sure, we'll get experience and loot and cash from it, but it doesn't really strike me as being all that important. So I won't bother. I mean, we can always come back later. If I need somewhere to level up again, I can just go there and kill all the enemies. Here we are. Let's see, locked box.
That wasn't so hard.
And it has some nice stuff in it.
I got it.
And here's the disfavored. At attention. Oh, Unbroken, not disfavored, my bad. Band of unbroken warriors rouse into position as their leader stands alert to your presence. The stalwart captain whistles a shrill note as you approach, and his comrades lurch to attention. Tuck your tail and scamper back the way you came. The Unbroken won't tolerate northern scum getting in our way. Come now, I'm trying to end the Edict of Storms here. As I've heard, are you? We have similar goals. Surely you can see that. Is that right? Unless your goals also involve putting Kairos' minions to the sword and setting fire to the Northern Empire, then we're not similar enough. He draws his weapon. Oh great, extremists. That's all we need. Attack positions. Stand your ground.
Enough.
Seriously? These guys are idiots. And I am probably going to die and have to reload, knowing my luck. But we'll give it a shot.
Bad at making friends.
Barrack, I told you who to attack. Why do you not listen? Oh, fine. You can attack who you like, I guess.
I will aid you.
Now, you need to take these people out. Wrong button. That attack.
Ah, idiot. Thank you. I'm on it. As you wish.
Now go for that. Tiberius attack.
Come and face my iron.
Ugh. God damn it, we're surrounded. Lantry, please attack that buffoon. Tiberius doesn't have a potion to drink, so we'll have to do that.
Await my signal.
And now,
Good work.
a little bit of that, and that.
Yes.
Light to the grave. Do it.
On your knees.
Grave light, rather. That's one enemy down. Tiberius is all the way over here. Trying to deal with that asshat. Now, Ebb, how about you give us a hand? And heal Tiberius also.
I'll take care of it.
And he can do with some of that. Now another of those attacks, I think. Barrack, you need to be involved in that fight. Because we have to take the guy over there out as well.
Oh, if I had an iron ring for every dumbass person in mine.
Now, deal with that And we've just lost Lantry. There goes our healer.
Will do.
Come and face my iron.
Now let's get him. Very nice. Go on. You two with your typical attacks.
I will aid you.
And me with a bit of grave striking. Thing from Ebb. Let's finish it.
Take that.
Now.
Someone staunch my bleeding.
Tyranny call. And magic missile. Tiberius. Do a thrusting attack on him.
I got it.
And we have our usual magic attacks that are available again. And thanks to Ebb being awesome, Down they go, those bloody idiots. Appear to have decided to fight rather than use their brains. Am I next? The sage points his quill at the unbroken corpses, biting his lips as he finishes the final scribblings of a note. I'm not trying to eavesdrop on your scuffle. Now that I've witnessed it, duty obliges that I record it. Come and silence the record if you must, but I warn you, the sages have long written memories. There's no need for concern. I'm only here to kill the Unbroken. Oh, I see. A little too nationalistic for my tastes. But they were decent travel company at least. He scans the corpses again and sighs. They call Kairos' forces uncompromising. At times I wonder if it isn't the other way around. How may this humble servant of letters be of assistance? He runs his fingers through his hair, resting his quill behind his ear. I understand that we both seek items within yonder Oldwalls. Yes, let's get right to the point, skip the small talk. I'm looking for the steadfast insignia. Artifacts are a fascinating business, are they not? And stalwart, decorated military history yielded so much intrigue around them. The steadfast insignia was prominently displayed in every unbroken battle where Regent Aspison and fought. Over the years it became something of a rallying marker, and its presence alone accounted for many notable victories. Hieronymus shakes his head with a sigh, gesturing toward the massive stone horizon of the Oldwalls. It lies within. No good discovery is without its pitfalls. He points toward a wide breach in a nearby section of the ancient stone facade. The Unbroken and I were attempting to recover a few relics of interest from the Oldwalls, but a swarm of scourges put a halt to that plan. Swarm of scourges? What could that be? You do see those risks from time to time. When I was training at the library, a senior scribe told me to clear the rats out of the cellar. Some of them accursed things had knotted up their tails and... He trails off, shuddering. Let's just say what happened there was almost as bad. Really? Lantry? Somehow I find it hard to believe that what this guy is describing is on a par with rats. We recovered a torch key during our ill-fated first attempt to breach the Oldwalls. I have seen fashioned stones like it before, but what we don't know about them would fill a library. Hieronymus pointed with a shaky finger. Unfortunately, when we were attacked, he got separated from Gregos' men, and one of the soldiers still has the torch key. His corpse does, to be exact. Okay, where's his body, then? Just southeast of the breach. Take care, those beasts may still be on the hunt. Well, what does the key do, exactly? I still don't quite get that. It appears to be part of a lock and key system within the Oldwalls. If only we could replicate such crafts on as grand a scale as the builders of this place. He shakes himself from reverie. In any event, you'll need the torch key if you want to scour the ruins below. Well then, what are the next steps in this puzzle of yours? Once you get the torch key, you'll be able to venture past the first chamber. He pauses for a moment. Of course, given our aborted efforts, you can understand why I'd be hesitant to re-enter the Oldwalls. My scribe Javala didn't survive the trip. The poor girl. I'll answer any questions you have, though. You're apt to tell me more of interest than the other way around, I'm sure. What should I expect inside? The worst? He looks at you with a puzzled smile, his mouth moving in several half-starts. The Oldwalls are filled with arcane beasts that attack erratically and with little warning. My colleagues can only speculate on what they are, or what possible sustenance, if any, they find in the Oldwalls. If you see one, it would be unwise to approach and ask questions. Yeah, no shit. What can you tell me of the Oldwalls? I could speak volumes, Honorable Fatebinder, but I will summarize. The old walls predated settlement of the tiers. Passageways crisscross the landscape, but most good folks steer clear. Kairos' laws forbid entry, which hasn't always been a problem for us, but even we saw the good sense to stay out. Explorers have found old artwork, funerary remains, and old relics of a civilization predating our own. Most find a quick death in the old walls, as the current inhabitants are inhuman predators, creatures of arcane power that appear to travel on the mists. What are you seeking in the old walls, then, if it's such a dangerous place to be? My research suggests that within the nearby old walls are a set of stones carved with ancient script. For lack of a better term, I call them stones of elucidation. His hand darts to his satchel, producing a hand-drawn sketch of an ordinary circle. I know this sketch doesn't capture the wonder, and frankly, we really don't know what they do. We have found spheres of identical size, but differing glyphs in over a dozen disparate regions of the old walls. As we find more of these stones, we can compare commonalities and sigils. With a large enough collection to study, we hope to crack the language of the old walls. You can guess what we might learn then. It's been a slow process. Constructing dead languages without living witnesses is singularly frustrating. It is a tall request, but I doubt Tunon selects fools for Fatebinders. I could use someone with your mettle to brave the old walls. Well, since we're headed in there anyways, as we appear to have to go in there despite it being against Kairos' laws in order to get the this thing we need to break through the edict, we will consider his request. The sage bows with a nod. That is all I can expect. And speaking of which, what are the steadfast insignia? It's just a simple trinket to the untrained eye, but every First Regent since before the Unbroken earned that name wore the badge into battle. Stalwart folk are ever famous for standing their ground, and the steadfast insignia embodies their immovable nature. The wearer can resist any charge, push, or shove. He smiles, pointing to the ground where heavy footprints are visible under layers of rust and sand. The layers of rust let you judge the age of footprints here in the Blade Grave, and these tracks leading into the old walls date back to the opening days of Kairos' storm. What else can you read in rust patterns? Varric looks over himself self-consciously. My working hypothesis is that the only person with her feet on the ground during the peak of the storm would be the bearer of the steadfast insignia. Hieronymus aims his finger along the footprints in rust until he's pointing at the old walls. I suppose we won't know for certain until we look. And we can ask him to deliver a message for us. I'm not sure what kind of message we're referring to, but I'll ask anyways, just for the heck of it. Not currently. His arm instinctively lifts up, his gloved hand raised slightly above his ear, arm crooked to create a landing surface for a bird. He looks skyward, blinking as he searches the clouds for several long moments. My sundered dove is carrying another missive at the moment. When she's returned, there may be room on her bundle for a note or two. Very well. That is all. Farewell.
Right.
And we have a couple of things to do now.
Sorry,
Additional things inside the old walls. Retrieve the stones. And retrieve the torch key from the old wall breach. somewhere in this direction, probably. And that's where we'll go.
There. See that?
Bane-touched staff, whatever that is.
Can't do that.
Now we have to go in this direction.
Brace yourself.
And Scourge. We appear to have found our foe. Ebb. Need a magic attack on them. Tiberius and Barrack can both attack in their traditional manner.
I will aid you. It's a hit.
Ebb. Go on.
Nobody saw that, right?
I don't know how we're managing to slam these magic constructs into the ground, but we apparently are.
Let's have it then. Fall before me.
And they're down. There's about 4 over there. But I'm not actually going to bother to fight them. Instead, we will head on into the Oldwalls. Something Tiberius is a little bit uncomfortable with, because he is does consider himself a loyal servant of the Overlord, and yet, simply by stepping through this doorway, he's now in direct violation of one of the Overlord's laws. So you can imagine how that might make him uncomfortable with the whole situation.
I am a
And in fact, we have more of these monsters to deal with. Fortunately, they're not really an actual threat in any way. Do one of those. And that.
come and feast my iron.
And we can continue with Operation Finish Off These Things. Which is a terrible name, by the way. I don't know why I decided to use that name. Tiberius, how about you kill that thing?
Will do.
You are finished.
Were the scourges drawn to the outside air?
There we go.
Corpses? Or those stone ornaments? All 3?
There we go. And I don't know, Ebb.
Another battle.
We're not really... speculation's not really that helpful. So maybe do it after this battle is over.
I'm starting to think we're bad at making friends.
No, we just happen to meet people who really don't like to try getting along with others. Everyone we meet seems to not play well with others
Submit to me.
for whatever reason. There we go. That was fairly straightforward.
On it.
What is that thing? I don't know. I will grab that stuff. Bane snare, etc., etc. What do I do now? We're in here, but I can't seem to figure out how to move on to the next room.
Sorry, I can't.
Weird, weird. I do not know how I'm supposed to get through that door. But I'll figure that out another time, because I've been recording for quite a long time, and I think this is as good a place as any to end the game. It's a recording session, so I will save it. So you've been watching my Let's Play of Tyranny with Tiberius and our band of intrepid adventurers. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, then please leave a like, share the video with anyone else you think might enjoy it, comment down below if you have any suggestions, and subscribe to see more like this. So, until next time, I'll see you then, folks. I'll see you then.